Yes, guys, welcome back to my personal channel. Welcome back to another live review. It's Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 0. Last minute goal from Hakim Ziyech gives us the second goal, but we already knew we were going straight to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Sheffield United ain't even got a new manager bounce. They've been in poor form for the entire season, and the game was as straightforward as we expected it to be. It was just, when was a goal going to come? And it literally came from an own goal off a Ben Chilwell shot. Other than that, it really did feel like the same sort of Chelsea that, oh my gosh, it's 3-0 Arsenal. No, it's been pulled off for offside. Yeah, we got the Arsenal game in the background as well. It's a madness in this one too. Low-key felt like I should have switched the game round half towards the 80-90% minute. But watching Chelsea, it felt like we didn't even get out of second gear, to be honest. It felt like going forward, we were exactly the same as we always were. Like, we weren't really that cohesive. The final end product wasn't really there. Final finish wasn't really there. In midfield, we're all right, but we did miss Jorginho. We were struggling to dictate the play the same way we usually did. And defensively, I thought we were solid, but then as soon as Christensen dropped off the pitch, it was harder for us to control them, and they started creating a lot more chances down that right-hand side. McGoldrick had two big chances on that right-hand side as soon as Christensen came off. First goal came off a Ben Chilwell shot that deflected into the net for an own goal. And since then, it just made it even easier for us to just see out the game, because I don't feel like we played that with our full intensity. I don't even feel like that was Chelsea at their best. It wasn't anywhere near that. And you could see that from the way that we were playing. We weren't taking that game that seriously. And yeah, it was boring to watch, but it also shows how strong our team is, that we can play at that level and we're still able to get a result like that. If we played at that level of intensity under Lampard, I don't think we win that game. And that's another just idea of how far we've grown as a team. But we are going to open the lines in about 20 minutes. We've got a few of the guests on as well to chat to us about the game. First off, Dag, chat to me. What's your thoughts, bro?
Listen, right? One of the most boring games I have ever watched in my life. I did not like watching it. I did not appreciate it. I thought we were going to do a lot better because the team had an attacking mindset behind it. We had a lot of options on the field, and it just looked like none of them were up to the task tonight. This is, for me, the worst performance we've had under Tuchel, even if we won 2-0. It just wasn't. There was no cohesiveness. The chemistry just wasn't there. We were giving the ball away in ridiculous positions when we really didn't need to, and with no player had their boots on. I mean, Pulisic, nice, you did some skills, but where's the finish? Show some skills. Where's the nice ball into the box? Giroud, he barely got 3 touches in the game, and Mason Mount just couldn't hit a through ball to save his life. And it just look, it's not a matter of he's here talking trash about the whole team. It's a matter of they've done so good these past couple weeks that a game like this just doesn't help us. It really just doesn't help us. I understand for rotation.
Oh my gosh. I thought that goal got disallowed.
I don't know if they didn't update the score thingy, but it was.
They're getting clotted.
Oh my days.
Nuts. Go on, Dad. Go on.
Though, when you laugh,
I mean, no, seriously though. Like, Luke, literally what you said earlier. I should have turned the game off at 80 minutes. I actually did, and I went to watch the Arsenal game, so I actually got to see some entertaining football. But I don't know about. I mean, this game just was sad. It was simply sad. Again, this is why I believe the one thing that I did see today is Kovacic is our best player in the midfield. I mean, not defensively, but overall as a complete player, I think Kovacic needs to play in every single important game. Every single important game.
Yeah, Kovacic, like I've already said, out of all the 3 midfielders, he's probably the most multi-dimensional out of all of them. What are your thoughts on Billy Gilmour's performance today? Because for the academy players, I don't want to overhype it and say it was amazing. I thought for his standards, his high standards, it wasn't as great as what we've seen from him, but it still wasn't a terrible performance from him. What was your thoughts?
For me, it was more of a content performance. You know, he did what he was supposed to do. He didn't do too much. He didn't lose the ball in positions where it would be detrimental to us, and he was able to cover exactly what we needed. Yes, we knew that he's not the biggest guy. He's not the strongest, but he still was able to hold his own. And Gilmour's terrible. You see, the thing is, right, when you play in that twin 6 role, right, I don't expect you to make the passes that Mount was trying to hit, with the passes that Mount missed, right? What I expect you to hold the ball. I expect you to give us 70% possession, which we ended up getting, right? And so that's the only thing that I really have as requirements when you're playing in that twin six role. You're defensively good, you're defensively solid, and you're able to connect the play and help us hold possession. And that's what he did. That's all we really needed for him to do. So for me, it was solid. It was solid. For like literally everyone had an okay game. There was no spectacular game, except there's no spectacular player today, but I mean I guess you can say Ziyech because he came on and then he scored a goal, you know. So I guess you can say Ziyech was the best player on the pitch in the 5 minutes that he played. But I mean, other than that, there was nothing too special about it. And another point, right? Vitmus has been saying this consistently. This is the reason why we can't replace Aspi in that right center back role. Did you see how Callum Hudson-Odoi was completely isolated, and he didn't have that pass back option that he normally has when he has Aspi with him, or to do the link up play that he had. This is not saying Christensen did not have a good game. He had an excellent game. The defense was solid. Yes, we had one or two shaky moments where we thought we were going to concede, but we didn't. That's the most important part. We got the clean sheet again, and Kepa looked solid today. Kepa looked solid. He wasn't making any stupid decisions. He was collecting.
Especially in the second half, there was a couple of really good saves from him.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm just glad again because under the previous manager, right? We saw that not the only way we lost, but the main way we lost was personal mistakes or individual errors, and it looks like we're getting that out of the team, and it's completely gone in my opinion. Like these personal errors, these lapses of judgment that we would have, it's no longer there because they have the concentration now. They have the coach that's going to bench them if they do that. So it's more of a matter of they need to impress the coach every single time they hop on. They need to impress the manager every single time they hop on the pitch, and it's showing, or at least they're trying.
Yeah, I never really thought. To be fair, what are your thoughts on the intensity of the way that we played today? And Vic, I'm going to come to you on this because a lot of people are going to criticize our style of play and the way that we managed this match. But do you think that that's anything to take too much into account? Because really and truly, I just thought we weren't really putting too much. We weren't really putting too much the same level of intensity as the Atletico match because we didn't need to go and get a result. Like this is a Sheffield United team in bad form, no confidence. Only real motivation is that this is their only real trophy for them. But same way, there is such a mess of a team right now from top to bottom. We didn't really have to go out there at 100%. Vic, can you hear us? Vic.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, bro. I think you said like dog in the arc. Sorry, that's why I'm late.
Chat to me. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yo, honestly, like I was listening to Tuku, what he said in the like after the game, and he was saying like we were tired, and I said it to myself like in the second half, like I said, yeah, the team is tired. So I know we didn't have the best of game well in the second half, but I just think it just came down to us, as I said, just being like he said it as being tired, like coming from all like a run of those games that we've been on, the whatever Atletico games, the Man U games, the Liverpool game, all those games required us to play a high intensity ball game and press. So I think, yeah, it just came down to tired legs, man. That's the only reason why we look like that in the second half. So,
but we rotated.
I disagree because we had so many subs on the pitch today. I mean, if you look at it, we had Pulisic who didn't play in a couple games, or he hasn't started for a while, right? We had Giroud who hasn't started for a while or even appeared in a couple games. We have Callum Hudson-Odoi who didn't start against Atletico, so he was rested as well. We have Billy Gilmore who was rested as well. We had Kovacic wasn't rested because he played against Atletico, so I won't mention Kovacic, right? But Emerson had rest. Chilwell had rest. Zuma had a decent amount. So did I.
I think it was a case of what's it called? Like, I just don't think the team, had the team chemistry together, and there were some players out of form as well. And I don't think it was fatigue or anything, because like Dag said, we had a lot of players who just came back, but I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the chemistry just wasn't there, and it wasn't as fluid, like making patterns of plays, because we misplaced a lot of passes. Like there was times where Gilmore wanted to play the ball in behind, and maybe him and Hudson-Odoi weren't on the same wavelength, or him and other players weren't on the same wavelength. So I feel like it was just the team chemistry today was just lacking a little bit.
Bro, let me say something. Me understand your point. I understand everybody's point, but the manager said the team tired based on pressing. So you're telling me that Tuchel is talking shit then? Because if he's saying, you're saying we rested players, bro. These players have been rotated across those run of games that I just talked about. That the only player that weren't playing really was Billy Gilmore and Emerson.
That's
Everyone
true.
else that played today were being rotated in that run of games. And the way we play, bro, we have to run 24 seconds, up, down, attack together, defend together. As I said on Twitter, these guys are not freaking robots, bro. They're human beings. They can be tired as well. They played that impressive first half where they pressed Sheffield. Sheffield had nothing to do the whole entire first half. They had nothing. They had 2 long distance shots from what his name, Magoldrich from way out. Apart from that, the first half, they had nothing to do. Second half, the first 10-15 minutes, we were dominating the game until after. We got tired. You didn't see Pulisic couldn't run anymore. You didn't watch. He couldn't.
Why is Mount tired though?
Everybody was tired, bro. Mount was tired. You could see they couldn't run. They were jogging instead of pressing. Come on,
Do
they were
you think
tired.
it might have been mentally? Do you think it might have been mentally, like all the process, all the build up to the Atletico Madrid game and everything like that, and how much that
I would say
big
it's
game
more
like that
mentally.
could take out the players?
Yeah, I think it's more mentally than would be proper fatigue. Because, dude, if we have 70% possession, we're not pressing. Like I mean, obviously we're pressing when they have the ball. But if we have 70% possession, the reason why the game was so boring today is because they were after we got that first goal, we literally waited until they had an 8 line in the back, and then we would proceed to attack, right? But the matter of we're fatigued, I don't know. I can't be having that because if we have 70% possession and the way that we play with obviously it's sideways, backwards for a little bit, right? I can't see how we get tired with 70% possession where they're holding the ball and they're playing around the back line. I don't see how they get tired doing that.
Why are we playing 5 at the back against Sheffield? I just don't get it.
I don't think enough players took risk because they weren't
Can you guys
on
hear
the
me?
wavelength. And
Yeah.
That's why I think it was a chemistry thing, because I feel like players didn't take enough risks. That's why I was boring, because we were just passing backwards and sideways a lot. And then I think after the goal, I don't think we. With Sheffield, you got to remember, this is our last game for the international break. So as much as we're saying maybe it's chemistry or fatigue, mentally, physically, they got 2 weeks. So some players have got 2 weeks off. Tuchel might want to do something in the international
2 weeks.
Break. Is it not 2 weeks? Was it a week and a half, whatever? But there's time off, and we've played a lot of games since Tuchel's come in. So I hear what Vitmus is saying. It could just be fatigue, but it's good that if that's the case, that the international break is coming.
I don't think we need to send I hope Ziyech is not going away. I know that the Germans are probably going, but they don't even need to risk that because Germany got some mad band going on. I feel like a lot of players
This
can
is the
do
thing that worries me the most, but I don't get why we're doing this either.
I don't get why there's an international break during a pandemic. Hold on, bro. Let me tell you.
My bad.
But the game today was dead, and I just feel like every time we switch it up, we see against Leeds, against Southampton. It's just this is what happens when we don't kind of have a consistent team. Certain players are kind of off the wavelength, and you can't just throw these players in there. They need a string of games. So I feel like that is off. I don't know. We just look dead. It was dead. I was just disappointed. I feel like the 5 at the back too kind of limited us because Sheffield matches up with that player for player. I don't know, man. It was just a dead game. We kind of it was just like Barnsley. We played crap, but we got through that. You know what I mean? I feel like the Barnsley game was worse. We played way worse than the Barnsley game. And we got through.
You know, more add to where everybody been and say, well, mostly Daga and Ryan. Bro, most of the games we played, we have had impressive games, but today's game wasn't that different from some of the other games that we played in the past, bro. I don't see a big difference. The same thing. Strong in defense, strong in midfield, slow, no transition going forward in the opening final third. There's nothing really changed. Like
Litmus.
what now say, bro? The same thing me I see with Chelsea.
Litmus.
What new?
I got a question though. Can we not score more than 2 goals against Sheffield?
Bro.
And one of them is an OG. Like we should be having enough, we should be having enough to create more chances. Like
no, but here's the thing. I feel like we were. The final product just wasn't good enough.
Exactly. Like there was this one instance where Callum had an option to find Mason Mount at the top of the box, but instead he decided to try and clear 3 different defenders to get it to Giroud, when Mason was completely wide open, right? And then there was the instances where Pulisic decided to shoot near post when he had the complete other side of the goal. Like we had opportunities to score. We had opportunities to make plays. But again, we didn't have the chemistry today to make it all link together. That's why I feel like this was such a boring game, because you would see that they wanted to try it, but either the person receiving the pass or the person giving the pass, they just weren't on the same wavelength. You saw that when Billy Gilmore tried to slide it through to Callum, and Callum didn't even bother running, right? You saw when Giroud tried to kick it out to Callum in the first half, and then when he could have just taken a touch and then taken a shot, right? Instead, Callum has to try and run for the ball, and it ends up going out of play. So there was multiple different scenarios where we just absolutely fumbled the bag, completely fumbled it, right? So it's not a matter of. That's why I don't get tired. This blah 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 blah. If we win, if we're up 2-0 in the first half, that's gonna. Can't we just sit back and defend after that?
we're kind of lucky too, because Sheffield should have scored that header from McGoldrick.
Exactly, and that would have been 1-1. What would we have done then? Because I don't see us scoring.
When I was super scared because we weren't creating nothing. We looked like we had our back against the ropes for a little.
Yeah, no. For me, this was the worst performance we've had under Tuchel. This was just straight boring. I didn't see any, like, every single time Tuchel, like, we've watched a game, we've seen something new, if that makes sense. Whether it be from an attacking mindset, whether it be from the formation or not formation, whether it be from the team sheet, but this time it just seemed like there just wasn't any ingenuity. No one was really trying to put the game in their hands. I guess Pulisic was trying, but he just didn't have the finishing to do it. So it's, I don't know. For me, it was one of those games where we should be glad we got the win, and the next game is going to be very, very, very important.
That's why I give it. It's an FA Cup, so you're not gonna be playing like brilliant stellar football in FA Cup. We just have high standards for the club. So, it's a knockout game. You get through to the semifinals. I would have been heated if we lost, pissed. But
bro, it's football, bro. Brother, I'm not lying. Sometimes the pressure I want to put on the player them sometimes. I tell you the God truth, bro. Like, it's irritating, bro, because we win the game and we fit 16-15 match unbeaten, and we still try to find ways to criticize the player them, bro.
It's not criticizing though.
No, bro, but we just have a fantastic game against Atletico Madrid, knock them out of the Champions League, and then today we rest a few players. And it's FA Cup, bro. It just show the manager uses tactics. The man go for play some players will barely get game. So we win. So I'm not see the problem. And like, it's not like we start the team we've been using in the Atletico Madrid games and Liverpool games, and we play like this, bro. We play just a half-bug team to just try, get across the line and give the guys that been working hard.
And it showed.
Vimmis, hold on. Vimmis, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. Which one of the Sheffield players walks into our team? This starting lineup today.
What do you mean? None of them know what now team.
McGoldrick.
Right, hold on. And then flip it the other way, right? Every single player that we had on the pitch today would walk into that Sheffield United team. So for them to have for it to actually be a game is disappointing for me, right? It shouldn't be a game.
It is a cup match, though.
We should absolutely wipe them off the map.
Out of all the games that we've had since Tuchel's joined, other than the Barnsley game, this is probably the only one with the least importance. So I understand that the players are coming into this one, and the mentality probably isn't there as much, because we should be walking this sort of game. We really should, and we did. We walked this game.
Not really. We can't. If you think about it, like there's it was probably expected, but there's a period where Sheffield was putting pressure, and Brewster nearly had a goal too in the last second. It's just that I get what you're saying, Vitmus. Like, the criticism is like sometimes too much, but we can't let our standards drop and let complacency creep in. Because if we go into, I don't know if the players hear this. I'm sure Tuchel's on it. We got to keep those standards high. We got to take every team. That's why, like, as much as I wanted Porto, we got to take that. I mean, hopefully the players know we should take that serious, but that's not going to be an easy game because they're structured, set up team just like Sheffield. So we should be using this as like practice. You know what I mean? Breaking down teams, always, maintaining that high quality football. But I get your point too. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, for me, I don't like try to heavily criticize. I just make sure they keep on their toes. That we not letting them get away with mediocre performances.
Yeah,
Not letting that slide, bro.
Yeah,
bro, when we played Sheffield at Sheffield in the Premier League, when we beat them 2-1, what was the big difference in that game and this game?
OG. Oh no,
starters?
we scored an goal
Bro.
too. But
Man, them
We
put
used
too
our
much
starters
pressure
that
on
game
the
too.
team, man.
who?
Dog, we not pressure the team too much, bro. Right now, the team are play good. If we can watch 1 or 2 bad games go by and we still get a win. A football, win ugly, win pretty. Support the team. Yeah, we win, bro. No problem. I do the best performance, but
Fair.
I just football, bro.
Juventus lost.
Vimis, again, for me, it's not again, like if I was proper mad or if I was proper disappointed, right? I would be scapegoating players, not even scapegoating, but I would be on one, right? I would have a mission. I'd have a person that I was like, whenever we have a bad performance, there's always 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5 players that did not live up to my standards, and they were the reason that we had that performance, right? Today, I'm not saying that. I'm saying everyone had an okay performance, but this is not what we need against the Sheffield United squad that hasn't won. That's won, what, 3 games this entire season?
Yeah, no matter. At the same team that we play week in, week out for Sheffield. At the same team that. So, and they still did beat us. So, what wanna say? And I like them rotate. Them not rotate. We rotate. Them use the same team with them use in the whole Premier League, bro. Apart from Ampadu and maybe 1 or 2 other players. The same 11 them use every game. And they still didn't manage to do anything than one header that they should have scored. Apart from that, they had nothing. Bro, it's the last game before the international break. The man them just want to get past this for them to relax and take a break from football, bro. Because we have so many games, we've played so many games since Tuchel come in. And if we had even lost this game, yeah, I would have been pissed because we missed an opportunity to go to the semi-finals. But apart from that, if I should look back on the level of how we have been playing since this managers came in, then how can I be pissed if we win 15 or 14 games, then we lose 1 game and I'm like, oh shit, Tuchel fucked up. No, it's football, bro. Bro, I used to play football. I tell you, it's just football, bro. On the day, the better team can lose. It's football, bro. Today, we as you said, dog, everybody had an okay game. Yeah. It's just the end product was off today because there were instances where, yeah, passes could have been made that we could have got a goal from, but it just didn't go. The pass didn't win that good enough for the player to make contact with it, etc. But we win the game, bro. I'm not even thinking about how poor we were against the field. We're in the semifinals. I didn't even give a shit, bro. Players, bro.
Big up.
Hold on to Johnny. I'll let you through. Big up yourself to Johnny. But listen,
Big up,
this
man.
manager is here and he's trying to keep everyone happy and build something. So if the man come and say, yo, here what? Today, I'm gonna rest some of you guys and we're gonna try something new. Bro, remember this man is a tactician, you know. This man is not a 1, 2, 3 manager, you know, like previous or some managers elsewhere in the world, you know. This man is actually trying to play off his mindset and do things that he thinks is good for the club. So I do have a problem. He's gonna try things. Some things might work, some might don't, and it's football. We move again from there.
Exactly that, Johnny, as well. We haven't heard enough from you. Chat to me. What's your thoughts on the game and our play in the final third?
Big up, guys, everyone. Everyone in the chat. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm listening. I'm agreeing with everyone at the end of the day. I saw it. I saw it as we played within ourselves. I get the fatigue aspect, but at the same time, there was me and Wayne were talking. There was about eight changes, maybe even 9 changes in that side, which is a lot of changes. We've seen with Tuchel, he makes the minor adjustments. This was a big change. most of these players didn't even play for the Atletico game, which was the high intensity game. So I don't know if it's just fatigue. I've put it down to they just haven't played with each other. This group of players.
Yeah, I agree.
And he also 3 times within the game he changed the tactics with the substitutions. So that period where Sheffield United had that sitter with McGoldrick and arguably a couple of other half chances or good chances, that was the moment where we were adjusting after the first adjustment, right? Tactically, personnel wise, to just get settled in the game. And that's where we could have got caught out. So I thought Tuchel was quite risky in this game. I saw it as he was literally trial and error. He was testing the waters. He was experimenting because it was the game to experiment for.
Exactly.
I think we always felt that we were going to get through against Sheffield United just because their form's just not been good. We did play with no intensity. There was no incisive quick passing. Everyone played within themselves. The standout player in the first half for me was arguably Billy Gilmore, and Pulisic did okay. Mount was all right. Christensen had a really good game until when Christensen went off. I mean, the right-hand side was like we were open. That we had only Zuma, who was our natural centre-back, and we haven't played with just one centre-back. So he asked Aspilicueta to step in as a centre-back, which he hasn't been doing under the Tuchel reign. So again, another adjustment, unnecessary in my opinion. We could have potentially been 1-1 in that game going into extra time. For what? Because you wanted to change a bit of try something different. We got away with it, but at the same time, like we should, because we're good enough. And I'm glad, Pulisic, I felt could have come off a bit earlier because it looked like he was going to get another injury. He was getting absolutely hacked down by every Sheffield United player. But the final third is just the same story. I mean, the thing is for me, right, is we played Giroud, and Giroud just did nothing for me in that whole game. He offered absolutely nothing. So you were over reliant on Odoi and Pulisic. I would say arguably Odoi for me, second half was our worst player. He was just rubbish, and he got taken off for obvious reasons. We brought on Ziyech and Havertz, and straight away because he put Mount as a false 9 before he brought on Havertz.
No, he dropped him to 6. He dropped him to the 6.
No, that was when Havertz and Ziyech came on. Before Havertz and Ziyech came on, he was a false 9.
With when Giroud was dropped?
Giroud came off, when Giroud came off.
Well, who did they sub Giroud for?
They took who was it?
Reece. It was Reece.
It was Reece. So they put Reece on, and they took and then they took Christensen off as well, right? I'm sure they did that the first time. Regardless, roughly anyway. So for Asby, that's right. So he put Mount. So from being a captain to Aspilicueta, then he said to him, "I don't want you to play there. I want you to play as a false 9." And then he changed it again and brought Havertz and Ziyech on, and then he took him and put him as a number 6, right? And that's where he looked a bit more comfortable, and arguably you could say we looked more balanced up front. But that period where he made us a false 9, Mount a false 9, God knows why he did that, and changed Aspie and James. That was where Sheffield United had that mentality to say we can have a go, and we gave them an advantage, and they had the McGoldrick opportunity as a sitter. That was a sitter. It should have been 1-1. So it was in that transition where we could have conceded our first goal in how long? All right, we didn't, and I'm happy. We're in a semi-final, big deal. But no one was outstanding. I thought Zuma really should have had man of the match. Pulisic did play well. He had that lovely little dribble and could have scored first beginning of the second half. So, I mean, look, we can criticise the players, but I think you can't be too harsh on them because he's thrown them all in. They're not played with each other. He's adjusted. He's changed tactics 3 times in that game. It's difficult for them, and against a very physical, dirty team. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys say with what I've kind of laid out?
To be honest, I feel like a better way for what I was trying to say, for a better way to articulate it is so these past 13 games under Tuchel, right? Yes, we've had some shaky performances, but the games that we've like proper won, it's been a confident win. You know, like we commanded the play, we had total control the entire time, and I just didn't get that same feeling from this game. So I guess that's why I'm a little bit more negative today, is because I don't feel as confident as I did during the games. But for today, it was a little shaky. There was moments where we really could have thrown the game away. Like we easily could have thrown the game away. But that comes down to the concentration that we've had from this winning run, that we didn't throw it away, which is the good thing that we have going on, right? But like I forgot his name. The man that was on here earlier was saying, we can't let them get complacent. You know, we have to keep them on their toes. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, look, like it's good that he's utilizing the whole squad. It's great. We've won another game. We've got another clean sheet, and we're in another. So Tuchel's come in. We're sitting fourth, regardless if West Ham win. We're fourth on goal difference in level games, so we're fourth. It's in our hands. We're in a quarterfinal of the Champions League. Arguably, potentially could go semis if we do the business on Porto, and we're in a semi-final FA Cup in 13, 14 games. I'll take that. I'll bite both your hands off for that. So I'm very happy. The performance weren't great today, but we you know, when you're a good team and you got quality, you grind out results. And arguably, you could say we haven't ground out any results when we were under Lampard. We were struggling, and we didn't play well. He made 8 or 9 changes, and we still won the game. We can't argue that.
No, but it's gonna be an argue, bro, because the man makes some changes and a beer nice when I met, bro. Like, me not understand, bro. Like, me not have no problem. I will keep saying this, bro. Football, bro, the man not have no real time with the club inside games to try where he want to try, bro. You have to remember that, bro. So when the man look on Sheffield, the man is like, okay, I can't try anything with Liverpool. I can't try anything with Atletico. I can't try with Manchester. So, bro, the man get an opportunity again
to try it this game.
try
Exactly.
something, bro. So why we can't? We not see why. I mean, I understand. Yeah, we would have loved to see we run over Sheffield.
Yeah.
But we did a run over them when we played them a few weeks ago. It was a 2-1 victory. So
Agreed.
that's why I'm like, what some of you guys trying to say? Like, it's not like we left from beating them a few weeks ago, like 4-5-0, and then coming into this game and struggling to beat them. Like,
absolutely.
I don't know what I'm trying to understand what you guys are saying, but I'm not seeing it, bro. Like,
Well,
I think the problem for me is that the fans or the fan base the first thing they want to do is just hammer and criticize individual players, but this was a whole team performance that was very poor, and we managed to win.
Yeah, but it never poorer than
Barnsley.
The Barnsley game, bro. The Barnsley game was shit. Like,
Yeah.
You get me? I say,
Bro,
bro.
the thing was, we're at home and we're on a good surface. We should be knocking ball.
Yeah, but
our final third is it's just not. You know, we saw as soon as Havertz came on, we looked like we could create something, and that's the difference for the whole game. Giroud didn't offer that at all. He didn't offer it.
Let me tell you, I'm not going to defend Giroud, but there was nothing up there for him to do. There was he was not being played into the game. So it's not like he got the ball and his touches were awful or he made bare art. Bro, Giroud for me, he didn't have
Witness, we were relying on crossing. We were just relying on Odoi or Pulisic.
No. Nothing but crosses. There was no balls play inside the box to him, whether in the air or on the ground, whether cross or not. He was not in
the first half. There was about 3 occasions.
There was. Because I already talked about it when Callum had that opportunity to find Mason at the top of the box. and he completely ignored him and tried to slide it across the 6-yard box. There was many opportunities.
That's Giroud for you though. Like he's
Yo,
gonna
He was
offer
too
you.
slow. He was too slow
Hold on,
to
let
the
me
ball.
say something, bro. That's the thing for Giroud. He's not gonna spin in and run into space, so his game is extremely limited. Like he, if it's not coming into him, he's kind of obsolete. And like Tuchel wants us to win the ball back. He could try to press, but he's not really
Yeah, he
mobile.
can't. Yeah.
And then if we're not
bro,
crossing or we're
I'm
not
not,
playing into his feet, he's like he gets taken out the game easy. That's just his game. I'm not saying like it's his fault, but that's
I
just
bro.
get. I get why he played him for
limitations of his game.
physical reasons. I think personally.
That's why I'm subbing him off after though, because I'm realizing we have the goal, so
Yeah.
I can change something a bit. But bro,
Yeah. Yeah.
the,
I
the,
agree.
the, the man, like, I understand, but Giroud, the type of player where some of us want, the type of player we want to see into Giroud, we're not gonna see that, bro. We know what he offers. So when he doesn't offer anything, we can't complain because he's gonna score from across.
Yeah. He's
And he will
limited.
cross
He's
in the box
limited.
towards him.
Extremely limited.
Yeah.
Bro, every time Giroud get the ball, he just links up and plays off. But he didn't get a ball inside the box. I cannot remember Giroud get a touch inside that box today. He was not in the game. We didn't
Brother,
play
I'm
Yeah,
just
Giroud,
that's the
happy. I'm
thing.
just happy, bro, that we did play well and we won the game.
bro.
Really comfortably, we won it. To be honest
We're
with you,
not.
It
apart
wasn't
from that
comfortable.
sitter, but the moment where it wasn't comfortable was when Tuchel made those twice the double substitutions and he changed the tactics in the game. That's where it was uncomfortable, and that's purely just the players adjusting to what the changes are.
Exactly. So, and not his fault either, bro. The man make a change. So, oh, if we can't criticize that, if the manager sees something and say, okay, I'm gonna change it up right
Yeah.
here. Oh, if we
Even you know
criticize that,
what, we've seen it. Even when you're in an informed side, right, and you're the last 10 minutes, and Jose Mourinho will bring on a flipping
He'll
a
be on over
defender,
Mikel.
yeah, or Mikel, whatever, and then the team needs at least 5 minutes to adjust, all right, or settle that
yeah,
play needs to settle in, and that's where you can see the goal and you change the game.
yeah, yeah,
It doesn't matter whether you're playing well or not. It can happen, innit? It
yeah.
can
But me add
happen.
this to what you said earlier, about a few seconds ago. Like you said, we started to play better when Havertz came on, bro. We
Yeah.
have to remember it is football again. I keep saying it. Sheffield were playing a higher line, and they were also tired as well and pushing more men forward, trying to get back into the game. When we brought on fresh attackers, bro. So we brought on the fresh legs of Havertz, the fresh legs
Ziyech.
PH. So it was expected for them to look more pretty going forward
Mm.
because they were fresh legs playing against a defense that was trying to keep up with us moving the ball quickly. Even though we were pressuring
Yeah.
the field before they came on, but we kept them busy by moving the ball around. So they were all over the pitch trying to close down spaces to stop us from getting inside the box to get a comfortable shot. So when those guys came on, bro, they had the luxury of a burned out freaking Sheffield defense with an OG in it, as Xavier says. So of course they're gonna look better in those final 10, 15 minutes that they came on. That's why Havertz looked like that. Those guys were tired. They couldn't keep up with Havertz. Even with the goal, you see, we caught them out. They had nothing to offer right there. They
No
were so
energy,
tired.
bruv. It was all Duracell was flat
They
out.
put on a press though. That's why
Yeah,
they're
they
so
did.
tired.
They did press. You're right. You're right, Chevy.
Exactly.
They
They
did.
pressed us because, as you said, Johnny, when we were transitioning the changes that Tuchel made,
Yeah.
they saw it as an opportunity and they went for it. So they got into the game by pushing men forward, pressing us.
Absolutely.
They had like 7 freaking Sheffield players in our half pressing us. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You get me? So,
And our pressing wasn't that great this game. We didn't
bro,
really
Tuchel,
press.
the
It's because
man
they
is
don't
a
play
tactician,
often.
bro.
Like this
Yeah,
team,
you
like
know, no
that we
problem with
felt.
the effort.
No,
No,
I'm happy, man. I'm very happy, and I'm positive, and I'm ready for the next appearance on the stream, and everyone's going to come at me with the mount. He's the
Yeah,
worst
because he was
player in this
trash
and that.
today.
He wasn't trash, man. Adoy was
yo,
trash.
stop
Giroud
making
was
Xavier drain
trash.
energy, bro.
You
Xavier
know,
don't mean it, bro. Him know
he's
you
just
got
trying.
talk.
He's just trying to trigger, isn't he, Chevy? He's just trying to trigger, bro.
But
He's
you
trying to
can't. I mean, he
trigger.
wasn't good today, though. He wasn't good. None
No.
of
Bro,
a lot
It
of us
was.
weren't good.
All of us were all pretty average, man. Everyone was average. I thought Billy
exactly.
Gilmore had a great little game, first
Yeah.
half
He was
especially.
okay.
Yo,
And
man,
Zuma.
them Man, them not put
Christensen.
no respect for my general name. Ona D the man, so big up Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Nah,
I already
bro.
gave
No,
him the
bro.
props. Don't worry, I already gave him the props. I
Don't
already
get
gave him
carried
the props.
away, bro. Because those moments
Kepa done the
when you need
job, man.
Mendy to come out and collect some crosses at the end, bro, they could have made that very. I was nervous because, yo, when you need a collector in the end, bro, like you could tell. You see when they're dumping balls over the top and Zuma's like running back towards goal.
Yeah.
No, I was looking David Lewis shank it over the top of the roof.
That
bro.
assurance that you need your keeper saying, play back, turn up. Zuma didn't have that, bro. So I could just see another Southampton moment coming. But luckily, Zuma, I think, learned and just kicked the ball out of play instead of like trying to play it back or doing some dummy.
Yeah, but Kepa was still comfortable and confident, bro.
He's okay, bro. We not getting carried away with
bro. The only problem.
Hold on, bro. No. Hold on, because I am like, because I've obviously said some shit tonight that hasn't made the comment section a little happy, right? They're a little pissed off at me. But anyway, I mean, we do need. I don't know. Apparently, I said something that's treacherous. But we need to give Kepa the respect that he got today. I mean, he didn't make a mistake.
Respect for being.
He didn't make a mistake. Look, whenever Kepa has a bad game, he makes a mistake. That's what happens. Every time he has a bad game, he makes a mistake or somebody makes a mistake that puts him in a one-on-one situation.
He did what he's getting paid millions to do.
Hold on, fam. You said let me talk.
Sorry.
We had no, like Vitmus was saying, they had what, 1 or 2 shots on target, which is what we get when we play this 5 in the back system. We're going to get this defensive solidity. No matter who we have in that position, no matter who's playing, we're still going to have that solidity because the way the tactics are formed, right? We always have cover for the defender so they never have to be isolated, right? Okay. Again, that makes the keeper's job a lot easier, which is why we haven't seen Mendy making any mistakes where he has to come out because he hasn't needed to come out, right? Again, with Kepa, right? Where did we see his mistakes, right? Off of corners when he wouldn't come out to catch the ball. Off of set pieces when he won't come out and command his box.
Right? Are you talking before? Sorry, not are you talking this game?
I'm talking before. I was talking about
because our defense was it was nowhere to be seen. Our defense, it was like
exactly. But now,
completely
because
exposed.
of the solidity that we have and the cover that we have, we don't need Kepa to think. We literally don't need
all the
Kepa
time.
To think.
Yeah.
We literally don't need our goalkeepers to think anymore. They just have to make.
Do you know what, Dags? I made this point yesterday on Kai's channel, and I said I actually think if there's any manager that can ease in and build Kepa's confidence, it's going to be Tuchel. Now he's come in 2 games he's played and he's had 2 clean sheets. All right, arguably in the first FA Cup. He made a couple of really good saves, actually.
Yeah.
And this one, he didn't really have to do much, to be fair. But what I would say is, if no matter how good a goalie you are, you can be world-class goalie. If you're going to have 15 shots against you, I mean, you're not inhuman to just stop every single one. If your defense is letting the opposition attack you 10 times every game, you're going to concede goals.
Exactly.
But because Kepa he's got a really solid defence system in front of him, he just needs to pull out like the Mendy save against Leeds. He needs to have a moment like that, and a moment like that will give you the confidence to get to where he was under Sarri, so to speak.
Yo, last season, that shot that Matt Bryan took today, that Kepa saved. Last season, that would have scored on him. Or earlier on that Lampard, he would have conceded that shot.
Kepa has the worst. We had the worst statistics for. We didn't face that much shots, but he conceded the most. Maybe it was confidence, but he's not a Chelsea Premier League standard.
Bro. A confidence, bro.
He's not.
The man is a young, good brother.
Yeah, we're playing. You know what? We're playing him to get his value up. And Marina is just mad. We spent so much money on him, bro, and he's so buns.
I don't have a problem with us playing to get his money up. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. But this, you see, let me tell you, when I say this, I don't want nobody take it like as a disrespect. But you see what I don't like about some Chelsea fans, like when we are on a high, everyone gets praise. And when somebody's having a bad time, we slaughter them. That we need to stop this because when Kepa just came at Chelsea, The man was arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the league or in for Chelsea that season when the man saved 2 penalties against Tottenham, take us to a Carabao Cup final. The man saved 2 or 3 penalties against Frankfurt, take us to Europa League final. The man pulled off a wicked save against Watford, where tried in the header to keep us in the top 4. Must it one of them? Bro, when Kepa just come at Chelsea, the man was the king. So him got through a bad spell in his life, bro. Him and his girlfriend have some problem and it mash him up mentally. We can't bury the man down.
I mean, you do have a good point because confidence is a big thing.
Like
Look at Werner, like, you feel me?
Bro.
Confidence is everything in football. Like, I mean, everything in life. If you don't have confidence, you're not gonna really go far. But I'm just saying, I don't like Mendy's obviously an upgrade on Kepa.
No, obviously, but it's a matter of look. We're here slating Giroud. We're here saying, or not slating, but we're saying that he didn't have the best of games. And to the comment section, we understand that he didn't have service. If you're not going to give him service, don't play the man. That is what we're trying to say. We understand that he didn't get the service. We understand that we didn't play to his play style. But if we're not going to give him the service, take him off the pitch. That's what we're asking for. So before y'all go ahead and tippity typing, just listen to what we're saying. And also, right, we're slating individual or not slating. We're talking about how we didn't have the best performances here and there. Kepa had a good performance. So we're going to give Kepa his dues because he had a good performance.
Do you know what I say about Kepa, guys? Kepa's got minerals, bruv. He's got minerals, that keeper. He's got talent in there. There's a goalkeeper in there, right? Okay, and all it takes is, with a goalkeeper, confidence especially is the most dangerous. Arsenal just scored, by the way. It's the most dangerous thing for a keeper, right? But Kepa, let's just say Kepa, he has been loyal to Chelsea Football Club. He's sitting on his 8-year contract, bruv. He's not asked his agent to leave. All right, he wants to fight for his place.
If I was getting
he's a man of his word, bruv.
Bro,
he's not like Courtois. He's not
exactly. But look now, when we feel to understand.
What is that?
Kepa.
That's Fatters, isn't it?
Oh, that was such a good goal.
This man dethroned David De Gea, You don't forget this, This man take the number 1 spot from David De Gea.
I think that just shows that De Gea's declined. I don't know about it.
No, sir.
Nah, De Gea was playing buns. He was letting them bare mistakes at that period of time.
Yeah. What y'all say, Father?
Flipping now. It's been an hour you lot speaking.
Father wants to go on Father.
Right. Right. Does anyone want to talk about how awful our Twitter admin today in terms of lineup?
What a howler.
Honestly, like, I would take that job all day over who's behind that.
Yeah, how you founder?
I'll just be posting Mason Mount and Billy Gilmore all day.
We know.
Forget the rest of the squad, bro.
If I'm the admin, you're getting blocked for that, Johnny. If I'm the admin, you're getting blocked for that. Right. Secondly, does anyone think that Sheffield United could have win this game though?
Me,
honestly,
no.
They could have won this game.
Had they finished their first chance, if it was 1-1, I think it would have been a totally different game. Because like Vitmus was, you know what? Hold on, let me hold. No, because our bench was so strong. No.
No, I feel like what's it called? We probably played safe because we probably got a little bit complacent and thought Sheffield weren't going to do anything. But I think if Sheffield scored, I think that would have been a big wake-up call to our players and to Tuchel as well.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, Ryan. It might sound weird, but I found that in the second half, especially if you look at the body language of the players, it was too casual. Second, it might sound weird reasoning, but I just think the players are scared to get injured because we got this 2-week period break where we can, go back to our drawing board on how we're going to progress as a unit in the next couple of weeks. And the only thing that gonna stop our momentum this season is ourselves. if we lose our important players in a certain moment of time, in that moment, especially you got the likes of Porto games coming up, you got the FA Cup semi-final coming up, and also the fact that we could go all the way, and the injuries that gonna, it might sound weird, but the injury is the last thing that this team need though.
Yeah,
That's why I said I feel like they were scared to take risks as much. I didn't see like players apart from maybe Pulisic at times and Kovacic at times a little bit. I didn't really see players like take the ball and try to take the game by the scruff of the neck and make maybe Gilmore tried it a couple of times where he tried to play passes in behind, but like him and other players weren't on the same wavelength with that. So, but you gotta remember, like it is Sheffield. They probably did get, I want to say complacent, but it is Sheffield United. They did just sack their manager, and really and truly, we like you just got the win and got out of there. And I think we shouldn't look too much into it because it's an international break. So, but like what's it called, after the international break, if our players maybe don't play as well as they have done under Tuchel, then we can look into it. But for now, it's Sheffield United. They just sacked their manager. Yes, it's quarterfinals, but it's Sheffield United, man. Like we got the job done, got out of there.
Yeah, but to be fair, they got nothing left to pray in that second half, so they just go for it and hope for it best. And it feels like we're just like clinging onto our lives in that second half most of the game. But all in all, like if you look at our performances since Tuchel came in, like Johnny says, we had our difficult fixtures before Sheffield United. We gone on this crazy run where we didn't expect it to be as good as this, and the fact that how many games we conceded against the big six, especially in the big games, none. So improvement wise, I thought defensively we looked like really good, but I think in the next couple of weeks, especially in the national break, I think what Tuchel can do is to how we going to progress. What is his best front three?
You got to remember though, this is probably a game that maybe they can't get. This is probably like we played Sheffield United twice. This is probably the least of a challenge we got, especially in that first half. You get me? Like Barnsley are probably worse than Sheffield, but they came out and gave us a game. Sheffield United, the first time we played them under Tuchel, they kind of gave us a game as well. But like I don't know, I just feel like they probably didn't like when it's Atletico and stuff. Can kind of get up to that occasion and stuff, big European team. But and I just feel like I wouldn't say they got complacent, but they probably just thought it's Sheffield. We don't have to take as much risk, and we will get the job done and get out of there, and we can go to international break. And that's probably what Tuchel was thinking as well, because he brought on some defensive players. So I think the aim today was just to get the job done, however we got it, and then move on to the international break. Tuchel have a couple of tricks up his sleeve and stuff, and then go again from there. So we can't really look into this too much.
Liz, I just DM'd you, bro, something to if you fancy popping it up.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Check it, bro. Check it.
Please, it'd be good.
The thing is, we said earlier, man.
If it's Mason Mount, for something. If it's about
Mason Mount, I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet about this. Oh my god, Johnny, can I say Johnny?
That person.
Apparently, I was on Charlotte's stream earlier during halftime. Apparently, he's trying to find you. She's trying to find you. So,
I've already. James just messaged me saying I'm live. I'll let him sweat a bit. Let him get all tanked up and heated, and I'll come in there calm as ice, man. You know.
Yeah.
They're coming for the mount. They're coming for my money mace. Everyone's coming for money mace, bro.
Just for short notice, the semi-final draw is on halftime. During halftime with that,
What's that?
United game. Just for short notice. Yeah. The semi-final draw will take place during the halftime on that game.
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, the way the season is going, I think we're getting Southampton.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
I'll give us.
Yeah, we're gonna get Man U.
Yeah.
We're getting
I
Man
would
U.
love that.
I think it's Southampton. Right? Southampton.
No, let me tell you.
We're getting Man U. Always, bro.
Somewhere, bro. We're not gonna be that lucky every day. Like, I feel like somewhere down the line, whether the Champions League or the FA Cup, we're gonna face Man City. I don't know if it's in the
If
Champions
we
League.
face
I
Man
agree with
City
you.
in the final, you know that, right?
What?
Yeah, I agree with Witness. We're the Wembley specialists. 18 times we've been here. Why are we scared of Man City? Form goes out the window. This is Wembley. Chelsea had a good track record at Wembley. So why not? Why not against Man City?
Yeah. We need to knock them out either way. I don't care. We need
Do you know
we need
what,
to play
guys?
them.
I'll take anyone.
Eventually,
You know that.
you're gonna
I'll
have
take
to
anyone.
face a big slash at some point.
I think
You know?
our
Exactly.
game falls in like the way we play now. Though we're better suited to play Man City. We keep defensive when we play like counter. Like if you've seen Man U, how they played them. Man U didn't have like all the ball. They just camped it in and wait for moments to pick it off Man City and attack them with the pace.
Yeah, but Man City never have a good game either. That means say a football, bro.
They were
That was
playing
one of
their
the worst games, bro.
It's the goal that the goal going down early was the biggest like after they went down. They were playing some good stuff. They couldn't like it was just
Bro.
pace.
City just do what them do normal. Pass on the ball and pass it wide to freaking cancel or walk and then hit it back across the
And then
board.
literally walk the
That's
ball
what I'm
up to the
saying.
net.
Our style of play is like good. Like how we play now, it's not like how we played against
Bro.
Lampard. We're just mad open. Like you feel me? And it's for them
Bro,
to pick it up
now
now.
when you think about it, as me tell you, bro, a football because look there. Sheffield go down at Trafford go beat Blood Clot Manchester United. Well, nobody never see that. So I just see nobody never expect Man U. Well, then again, Solskjaer has been beating Pep since he came to freaking United. So if you look back at the stats, Pep has been getting his ass kicked by Solskjaer. If you look back, and Mourinho as well. So he's been losing against. Well, whenever Manchester City lose, in the leagues against it has to against Man U, it's always the Manchester derby, and City always get their ass kicked in the Manchester derby. Since recently, if you check back the last season and the season before, it's one apiece or a win and a draw. So when Man U beat City, I wasn't surprised, bro. You get me?
I'm just saying the style of play. Like I'm not saying like Man U beating them, but I'm just saying staying compact defensively and like. Do you see how we played Atletico? That would work. Like you have Havertz, you have them and their Werner making runs in behind.
Yeah, but
getting Liverpool, like Liverpool are not changing the way they play.
Atletico now have a good attacking system as City have.
I'm saying
Atletico is a counter-attacking team. If you're gonna play against City, bro, we're going to play against a team that's always on the front foot. When we played against Atletico Madrid, they are back and forth, like defend and attack. City is always on the freaking front foot. So we can't compare none of those teams that we play.
I'm not comparing them though. I'm saying the way we play now, we're better suited.
Yeah, but City, of course, I agree with you. But City's tactics of how they close down play is going to be different. I don't know if you, bro. When we play them,
City's just different. City's just different. They're a whole different breed. They're simply a whole different breed. There is no one. There's no one who beat
City.
They're the second best in the world.
But we can beat City as long as we play as a team, as long as we organize.
Of course, we can beat City, bro. Of course, Lampard beat City last season, bro. With Pulisic and them. So of course we can beat City. But the thing is, the only thing I'm worried about is that with the way we are playing at this moment, yes, defensively we are strong. In the midfield, we're doing good with the press. But we're not taking any shots. We're not scoring a lot of goals.
That's what's worrying me.
Against Manchester City, that is defensively structured and has a better system than most of the teams that we played so far, then how are we going to cope with playing against a team that's so defensively well? We're going to defend on errors from City because we need to.
We're going to force that. We can force that though.
What?
We have a good press too, so we could force those errors. But it just depends on the game they're having. You feel me? We can force that. That's what I'm asking. That's why I pose that question to you. Can we not score more than one goal against, and we took our own goal against Sheffield, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's worrying.
Sheffield is not the
Yeah,
only
but goal
team
would have
that.
come sooner or later with us. We would have upped the intensity if we hadn't have
Yeah,
scored at that point.
but
Yeah,
definitely. Like,
exactly.
We will
I agree with
come
Luke.
good. We will come
It,
good,
it
right?
will come good, but if you look
and
at the 2 week period break that coming up, yeah, Tuchel got to sort something out in
Yeah,
that during that 2 week
oh
period.
my God, flipping hell, West Ham.
No, don't tell me it's 3-3.
No, it's not. But West Ham almost scored. I want a draw. A draw's better for us.
Oh yeah, I forgot we need Arsenal
yeah.
to get a
West
result.
Ham
we
is
need
right
we
there.
need a
bro. It's
draw, but
we enjoy Arsenal losing.
I know.
Yeah,
but
I
but
saw
a draw's
2-0
still-
and I was like, fuck it, I'm here for the Arsenal slander. I'm here.
Look,
fuck it.
I fancy Arsenal get an equaliser. I think they will.
Did the
But
momentum
they
on their
almost
side right now.
conceded. They almost conceded just now.
Oh yeah, that just popped up on my screen. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You
What
guys
a game
calamity.
to be fair.
10
Yeah.
minutes ahead of me. Like Peacock.
Yo,
is-
but you know what? To be honest, the international break can be make or break for Chelsea as well, bro.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
scared.
gives our players a bit of time to just have a breather, man. The run we've been on, bloody
Yeah,
hell.
but they can come back and not, it's not the same players come back, bro. And we just lose a game or start.
Well, we're
Like
lucky we've
I say,
only
we're
got
on a
West
good
Brom.
momentum. We're on a good run. So like stopping that run can mess it up, but it can also
Exactly.
good. It can
Yeah,
also
that's a make or break.
yeah.
It will affect everyone though. It's not just going to be us. It will affect everyone.
No, again, I think it's all up to Tuchel. If he's making sure that the players are on their stuff, they're staying on the proper diets, they're staying on their proper, even though it's semi-holiday, a little holiday season where they get their little rest.
Yeah.
As long
And
as
we
they're
gotta
keeping up, we should be fine.
We got to remember Tuchel jumped straight off the plane into the Wolves match. He has not got like a proper break to analyze and look back. Like it's always this next game.
Yes,
Now
one
he
after the other.
He can watch all that footage and see, all right, where are we going wrong? What's happening? He can go back to the drawing board, settle in a little bit. We got to remember our manager hasn't settled in. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing his job, but he's still I think he's still in like a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Chelsea right now, to be honest, like we just need to keep the positivity, bro. And you get me?
Yeah, we're in a great position.
Yeah, from where we're coming
How did that
from,
not
bro.
go in?
With the previous manager, from where we're coming from with the previous manager to where we are now, bro. We have to put the players in some slack because apart from the manager, I think the players have really lifted the club up and with the club with us as well, because as we are the fans that support the club. So we have to stick by them, bro. And dog, man, not pressure you, bro. I know you're just upset, so we never slam Sheffield, but we just need to, take the breeze, take a cool.
It's not upset. Like you know when our parents are like, "I'm not mad at you, I'm disappointed." Like that's what I'm at right now. I'm just a little disappointed. I'm not mad at all. Again, we got a 2-0 win. Look, no matter what happens to me, a clean sheet is the most important thing. I don't care if you win. I don't care if you tie. If you get a clean sheet, I am happy. I'm good. I'm okay, right? But for me to be happy, I'm going to need a solid win against a Sheffield United squad that won. We got to rest players. They did not. So they had all the excuses.
Look, you can't expect us to, put always the first team in every,
I don't expect them to play the first team. Again,
you'll end up like Liverpool.
I still think that every single player we had on that pitch walks into the Sheffield United squad, meaning we have a better team than they do. So I expect a strong victory.
Yeah, but I can't lie. That's how the game works. It all depends on more than just player by player. It's about the tactics and how you break them down.
Yeah, it's about and also the fact that, like Johnny says, these players hasn't played with each other for a long time, and the fact that Billy Gilmore, how many games he's been playing?
And
probably the
from injury.
matches.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else doesn't play much?
He wasn't the problem today. He wasn't the problem.
Sorry, you're bugging out. Sorry, bugging out.
I said he wasn't the problem. I said I didn't think Billy Gilmore was the problem. Look, I personally think that if we had put anyone other than Giroud up there at the striker role, we would have had a much easier game, because then we wouldn't have had we wouldn't have had a one-dimensional player where he genuinely only scores from crosses. Like he genuinely only scores from crosses. If we're not going to give him the service, don't put him on the pitch. It's a waste of his time. It's a waste of
I'm not
ours.
gonna lie. Do you think that Giroud is a good setup for this game? I don't think so because it's a low block, and we all know how Giroud play against a low block. Literally, like, is anyone know like how many services that Giroud got today? Barely.
Not a lot. None.
Yeah,
so, exactly. So he shouldn't have been on the pitch.
I don't remember who said it, but I think Giroud was the right option. We just didn't play to his strength because the physicality of Sheffield. I think it was Johnny said it.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, you're right. I said
you can blame Twitter admin for that one, by the way. So yeah,
Giroud was the right player to play up front. He was due a game. Tammy's not fit.
We just didn't play to Giroud, and
exactly. And I feel like had we played to Giroud, we would have won we would have had a strong performance.
Of course,
but it's just
what's it called? I don't think we gave Giroud service. I feel like if we had like a Kai Havertz or a Werner, I'm not saying that they should have played. I think Werner would have tried to make runs and try to maybe come into the channels and come deep for the ball. But you can't blame Giroud because that's not Giroud's game. He relies on service.
Exactly. We're not blaming. I'm not blaming Giroud. I'm not blaming Giroud, but I just personally feel like when we talk about Tuchel is a tactician, he's a mastermind, you know. So he knows that
I think to change, if you play to Giroud's strengths, I think what it does is it will imbalance our defensive game. That's what it will do.
I disagree because again, Callum was trying to slide the ball across the 6-yard box when he just has to put it in the air. So again, that's what I. It's just a little thing.
That's deliberate. That's delivery, isn't it? It's delivery.
It is delivery. With tactics, if you tell him, Cho, put the ball in the air, he'll put the ball in the air.
Yo, remember add to what Doug say. Basically, you know what's been Chelsea's problem under Tuchel? This is not the manager's problem. It's the players themselves. Their decision making
poor up front.
Poor, bro.
Yes.
You get me? This is because when even today, you know, even when Pulisic did that little trick and beat the 2 players, I'm like, before he even shoot, I'm screaming, don't shoot, because he had no option. If that had scored, it would have to be a goalkeeper error, or he would have to try some Ronaldo or some Messi shot, because there's no way he could have scored from that angle. He should have just rolled it into Giroud, bro, at 2 occasions. When he got through and he slid, Giroud went in the inside and just pass it to his spot so Giroud could have kicked it in the empty net, but he chose to kick on both occasions. So I'm like, that's the thing about Chelsea that I don't like with the players. Like, if that was a Manchester City, that would have been 2 goals right there, because they wouldn't have shot for themselves. They would be looking into the box and giving
3-3.
Damn, I gotta scream, man.
3-3. Yo, let's wake up, man. 3-3.
Nice. Cool.
Yo, I hope Arsenal can win.
I told you, man. I said to everyone said, how are you so sure they're going to drop off? West Ham will drop off. Everton will drop off. Tottenham are going to drop off. Everyone's dropping off, man. We are.
Yo, we need proper Chelsea like Johnny.
Virgin. We always a ball, Virgin. People are ball say West Ham now lose. West brother, me don't explain to already. I'm say we don't have to be worrying about West Ham when we have them to play, bro. They don't have the squad depth to do what the other top 6 are doing, bro. You get me?
They're busting limbs, bro, just to be where
exactly.
they are.
Sooner, bro. They're gonna finish like before the season end. They're gonna finish like 7, bro. I'm telling you.
Really?
They of course they all along. That's the same 11. Been playing week in and week out.
Wait, Johnny, what you say, Johnny?
No. Let me check how close.
The reason why I said 7 is because the point standings are very close, so they can finish 7 and miss 6th and 5th by 2 or 3 points.
Oh, 7, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, you know the points are.
They're only 4 points off.
Yeah, you get
the
what I'm
difference.
saying.
Arsenal right now is they bought that. What's his
Imagine they
name?
drop a 3-0 lead and lose. That would be the maddest thing.
Yeah, but that'll kill their confidence. That'll be the West Ham coming back.
I want them to lose, bro. They can lose.
But Arsenal is creeping up.
Bro, Arsenal not in this, brother.
They think Lingard's gonna take them to Champions League football. They're dreaming, bro.
Wait,
you know what? Yeah. speaking of that Lingard, I got my mate texting me. Oh, Lingard is the Wizard of London, better than Ziyech and that.
Need to
So-
look on the stat. 41. Bro, we're not busy about Arsenal, bro. We're 10 points off Arsenal, you know, bro. Arsenal good, you know, bro. Bro, we just need to
7.
keep winning. And we, what? Not 10, not 51 points up. No, wait, they
No,
lie.
I'm saying if they win.
Yeah, we have 51
They're
points.
49 right now. They're on
Yeah,
49.
if them win, bro, then we're gonna lead them by 8 or 9 points, bro. We have Arsenal to play again, and there's no way Arsenal can beat this Tuchel team. You get me?
I don't know. I haven't seen this go. I haven't seen it.
You don't know, bro. We're not, bro. I don't see Chelsea losing any games right now. Maybe for the next month again. The only game I see we might have a chance of losing is that in the Champions League semi-finals. I'm not even.
Porto, they still
That's not in the next month, though.
in Porto though.
All right, that means so we're not lose the match in the next month, bro.
Yeah,
we
yeah, I
have
know.
April.
We can slip at Porto's ground.
You
Nah,
chip
nah,
lick. You chip
Bro,
must
I'm
lick.
not- nah. But
Hey,
We're not-
sorry.
Listen, we ain't got
You
to do
might-
that.
I
you're a
don't mean
madman.
to disrespect Porto, but I tell me a Porto player.
Malang Sarr,
Maybe 3 Porto players.
Malang Sarr, Pepe,
Marega,
Oliveira.
Corona.
Gomes, Corona,
Yo, let me tell you.
One.
COVID-19,
And which one are y'all scared of? Which one are y'all scared of?
COVID-19, Corona,
bro.
COVID-19.
Bro, Porto have a good squad. Just like Ajax in the few seasons ago when they had a good squad in the Champions League. People must remember that freaking Juventus have an inexperienced manager.
Oh, nearly.
I'm not worried about if Juventus
4-3.
if Juventus did still keep Sarri as their manager,
What?
Juventus would have been
Nearly scored. Nearly
No,
scored.
that's what I said
Freaking-
earlier, right?
freaking
That was
Andrea Pirlo,
Pepe
bro.
chance.
Andrea
No, he
Pirlo,
lost today. He lost today to like a 16th place team.
bro.
Juventus are done out here.
Yeah.
Bro, Pirlo, not even of the experience of Frank Lampard have, bro. So we expect Pirlo only coach the under 21s, bro. So if Lampard have more
Coach
experience than
Ronaldo,
Pirlo.
you know. Coach Ronaldo, bro.
Juventus, we could see Juventus. Like they could have beaten Porto, but it would have been an individual play from a
Brilliant.
Juventus player.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
tactically, for the whole 90 minutes, Porto won because they had a manager. Juventus need a manager. So I don't know what the hell Juventus did. They didn't realize that Lampard effect is not going to work. It's the
Guys,
same
you do
thing.
realise if we don't lose any game to the end of the season, we're going to win the Champions League and the FA Cup.
Of course.
Flipping hell, Johnny.
That's a
Yeah, but
lovely.
that's
If we don't lose a game, from now to the end of the season, we're winning 2 cups.
We're already unbeaten for like 13 games now.
If we make it to the Champions League final, there's gonna be some madness down the full Broadway pub. So
Oh man!
if we
Let's
make it
have
to the final, Haaland has no option. He has
I
no.
tell you what,
He has no.
we'll see.
yeah,
Yeah,
what you say, Lewis? What you say, Lewis?
Myself, you know, me I go run out, you know.
No,
I hear-
Lewis. Yeah. Go on, Lewis.
No, I was just saying. I
Hey
hear that,
guys,
but
I'm
anyone
out
got
of
any
here.
final
Peace.
thoughts? Yeah, anyone got any final thoughts, guys, before we wrap this up?
Looking
no,
forward
just-
to this international break and maybe tonight, man. The pay-per-view tonight, innit?
Hey man, hey,
Oh yeah,
Go on.
are you on
Which one
fast lane
NBA?
tonight, Qatar?
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
You on fast lane?
Yeah. Fast lane. Yeah. I'm on
What
tonight.
time's the draw,
I'll let
guys?
you know.
What
Oh,
time's the draw?
During half time, 5:45 ish.
5:45. All right, I might do a Twitter space if you want to hop on and watch it.
I'll probably be on the phone in, but if I'm not,
Oh, you on a phone in? Oh, okay.
Yo,
Yeah.
Johnny, just send me. But if I'm not busy with the kids, I'll join.
Yeah. Join on, man, because it's nice and easy setup, innit?
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I hear that, but big up everyone else who's been involved and who's been locked in from start to finish. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with any of our opinions down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Carefree Lewis G. I will see you guys probably tonight. Until then, take care, guys. Peace.
Big up.